taken a large bite out of college football. The man for whom the stadium is named, Bill Snyder, built this program from the losingest in the history of college football to a formidable foe and home of the Kansas State Wildcats. What a game we have in store for you today. A Big 12 showdown, and the implications could last for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the TCU Horned Frogs taking on the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kansas State about to kick off to get this game started. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped up to 17. So TCU's offense will start this game off. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on the schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The Horned Frogs come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. To the air, it's Hoover. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
He's going to keep it. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this, this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big game for the offense.
They're lining up in the wildcat. Let's see what they have. Stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
You know, I know that wasn't a big gainer, but that's going to set some stuff up later for this offense. Trying to run the football and get it established is huge because play-action pass is a big part of what they try to do when they're throwing the ball.
Thanks to grab. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on third down. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! First score of the game goes up.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wildcats offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Johnson looking to throw. Fires to the right. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. The Wildcats will have it 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Never gives anyone a clean shot at him. He's down to the 34. 9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. And that one's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Runs through the tackle. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. And the Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Bradley. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the fly motion. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a 1st down.
The Wildcats back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Quick completion to the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wants to throw it. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Kansas State. Quick strike through the air for the score. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Quickly out to the tight end. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Payne. Still on his feet at the 45. at the 42, and they are on the move. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Hoover. Catch in the middle, it's McAllister. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Makes a grab past the marker. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here. I'm looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. After the break, they'll go back to work. To the air on first down. He's got it on the run. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Wildcats just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. A strike downfield.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. With that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Now the play fake. Finds his big tight end. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. Kansas State back at it after picking up the first down. Leaves it with the running back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Johnson wants to throw it. Grab near the marker. It's Bradley. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. K-State trying to cannonball their way to a score from the red zone. Trying to run, it's Irvin. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Pulls it and fires to the left. Touchdown, Wildcats! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand up.
Turning it on! Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Grabbed over the middle, it's McAllister. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Looking for a man, it's Hoover. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. Early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think. So O-line's got to step up.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. The Horned Frogs will go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And you just can't allow that to happen defensively. It's fourth in California. You're in a big zone defense. Everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback. You can't let them pick that up. Somebody's got to make a play on the football, swat it away, get the interception, get off the field. What are we doing?
Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. Rice went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that fourth quarter. Total destruction by the Owls in a statement win if there ever was one. Always fun to see 2 of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Johnson looking to throw. Makes a grab over the middle. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Kansas State pushing the pace. They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's reeled in. It's Bradley. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Jackson.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Got to get everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play.
The Wildcats come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They turn to the passing game on third and short. Fires to the big fella. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Looking to throw on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. And this one is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
First and 10.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to pass, it's Hoover. Here's a heat. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Manhattan. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the Little Apple.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Just about set to get this second half underway. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll run play action. Complete to the left. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Johnson wants to throw it. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Kansas State will have to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Barnes. He'll take it himself. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Gives it on the option. Running into the open space. He's running free down the middle. The 40. At the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, TCU! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown.
Kansas City, 17.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Finds a man on the right. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him, and the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You could see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Got the completion, but couldn't quite maneuver his way in. He'll be inches short of the score. From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Barnes. Got enough for the first. Oh, he's got some space. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy in the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle, it's Baker. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got a lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Direct snap. It's Barnes. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's James. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
Looking downfield on first down. It's complete on the right side. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Barnes. He's going to keep it. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Going for 6. Into the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big CUSA matchup for you. Sam Houston was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen in Huntsville over the years. It's a win, but it honestly lacked any real style points. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in Conference USA, and that certainly held true again today.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Johnson looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. At midfield, he's got room. Wide open on the right. Rams him with the stiff arm. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit.
Number 96 on the field goal.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. The lead is now back down to 9. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. On the ground, it's Barnes. Crosses the 30. At the 45, on his way. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the ground, he's got it again. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. The RPO fire complete to the left. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left. But, man, that clock is ticking. And they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. The give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most...
There he goes! They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. This defense is there again. They keep feeding the back, and he finds no success at all. Johnson wants to throw it. Gets it out fast. Ran through the top. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Didn't get much done on that line. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. They want to throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
32.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. He might want another play. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. The toss to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Got stuffed on first down and second and 10. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they...
This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Brought down at the 17 as he brought it all the way back inside the 20 after the pick. The give to the tailback. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock. And the Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Johnson looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. Fighting off the defender. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Behind the chains now on second and long.
Brings up second down.
Wants to go up top. He wants a big play here late. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports.